Okay. Cool. Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday, May the 22nd, 2022. Welcome back to my podcast that does not have a name. This is episode number 3. I have a special guest with me today by the name of Sc00by, rapper, performer, producer, singer, songwriter that works pretty closely with me in my music. And I've kind of brought him in virtually today. He lives in California and I'm in Chicago. So we're doing a virtual podcast this time. Sc00by, what's up, dude?
What is up, dude? I'm excited. I heard the Thrill podcast last week, so I was like, I gotta hop on.
It was solid, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
talked about a lot of stuff like, like the origins and just like influences, which was really cool because I feel like I fit right in with that, like us three.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if you were there, it would have been a great trio.
Oh yeah.
3-way conversation. So yeah, that was good. Nick and I actually we're from the same hometown. So we both grew up in the suburbs, out in Illinois, out in Chicagoland suburbs. And actually went to the same high school, and we didn't go to the same college at the same time, but we did go to the same college, one of the colleges that I went to. So we know each other going way back. And then I guess you could explain a little bit, but we I guess met through I don't know, maybe
Bryce.
Austin or Bryce. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
through Bryce because I started hanging out with Bryce, and then I don't know, we obviously kept close through college, and then I knew that like you were doing music.
Mhm.
But I think the first time we really like talked was through Stay Basic, or like when we started doing like music. I mean,
that was I was gonna say like SoundCloud the first time, because I think Bryce had told me that you did music, and I
okay.
was kind of surprised because I was like, oh well, I know him, because he played baseball.
Right.
I just knew you through school. Like I knew you were on the baseball team as well. So, but I didn't know you actually made music. So that was actually pretty cool. And I think, I don't know who reached out to who, I can't remember, but we made Stay Basic, which is not on all streaming services, on Spotify,
Just
or it's
SoundCloud.
on SoundCloud. So I will link it below, but that's like the first thing we did. And of course I'll link Sc00by's socials all in the description like before. So what I guess I kind of ask everybody this, but what got you into making music? Because I know I surely didn't get you started. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I guess I always was into music growing up. I'd like played guitar when I was younger, but I didn't like. I think it was probably until high school that I started getting into music like a lot, and like starting to listening to, instead of just like one song from like an album, or just like like I'll listen to entire albums, and that's like what got me into like music more. But like I always like would write like little raps or like songs in my head like when I was like younger and stuff, but I would never know what to do with them. And
so
then
you would like journal rhymes.
Yeah, I would pretty much just like write like the stupidest songs, and they're like, they're like 12-year-old me making like raps. So it was like really
That's
bad,
dope. I did that in college and school, but that's dope. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
go
then
ahead.
no, you're good. And then like I'd say like freshman year of college is like when I first, well, because I graduated high school and I got my first Mac for a gift, and like that came with GarageBand. So it's like really like where I started just like on GarageBand, like really just like messing around, like not even trying, but just like, just messing around. And remember I made my first song called Laid Back Rap, and it's like, it's pretty funny. I'll have to show it to you after this podcast. But
I mean, I'll link it. I'll link it if you want me to link it. But
yeah,
I definitely need to hear it.
It's not anywhere, but I could just like put it in on SoundCloud or something, because it's kind of funny.
You. That was GarageBand. Okay.
Yeah, and I would make like beats on GarageBand just with like the loops and stuff. So they're like really just like basic beats, but like I don't know. I'm sure you felt the same way, but like when you first started making music, like every song you made, you're like, oh my God, like this is the best Like this is like freaking awesome. And then like you look back, you're like, wow, like I can't believe.
I was talking to my brother about this. I was talking to Ranyar about this. He and I agree. If we didn't think that way about like our first couple of like our first stuff, our first music, we would have quit.
Yeah. Dude,
like,
I thought Scooby Snacks, I thought the album Scooby Snacks was like the best music I will ever be able to make. And it was just
yeah.
like, well, I don't even know like what I can do better. And it's just like it was so like there's so much I could do better, but it was
Oh
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's yeah,
Well,
no, you're right.
okay.
That
So did
mindset.
you? Let's talk about let's bring it back. So Scooby Snacks, how much of that did you produce? Did you produce any of that or?
I produced I want to say like 90% of it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's all garage band beats pretty much. So like very simple.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe like the last song, because there's 10 songs. I want to say, yeah, only one song is like a YouTube beat that I just like stole. But
Yeah.
the first nine, yeah, are all produced by me. And I made them all recording using freaking Apple headphones, dude. Like
Yep. I remember.
for the first like 2 years of making music, like
Yep.
this is the freaking thing, my mic.
That's
And like
okay.
it
So
actually sounded okay.
that's how we first did Thumper. That's how we first recorded Thumper. And I'll show like I'll link all this stuff below because we have so many songs together.
Yeah.
But the first time we did the recording of that, you were still using the headphones, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
and then you got a mic and we re-recorded that. But
Dude,
yeah,
it took me until I guess a year and a half ago now to get this mic. But even before this mic, I still use this. Like it was literally
yeah,
just like
yeah,
I don't know, man. Because I always wanted to get a mic, but like knowing I got a mic was like I felt like the pressure to like I was gonna have to go like
yeah,
next level with it.
yeah,
So like using this, the headphone mic gave me like a cushion of okay, well, like at least like I don't have like it. I have like an excuse, like oh well, it's not good because it's on a freaking Apple headphone mic, but
yeah. Because if you put more like if you invest more of your literal money into it, you're gonna have to
yeah.
invest more
Well,
of your
then when
like
and
spirit. Yeah,
right, and then because
yeah,
when I started putting more effort into like music and stuff, then like my vocals weren't like keeping up with like new thrill beats and new like your beats because like they were getting so much better, you and Thrill's beats, that like my vocals started sounding like absolute dog shit on there. And it's like
Did you ever? Yeah, dude. I mean, like, so do you think that mic you're using right there like really helped you, or what do you think helped? Did you just work, or because you sound to me you sound like more polished than ever? But are you still
it's definitely
referring
the
to like
mic.
your old stuff or?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the mic that helped obviously polish my vocals, but learning GarageBand and Logic now on like how to use how do I put this, like to make my voice sound the best it possibly can. Because like if it's not like I just go on Logic or GarageBand and just like I'm just raw like nothing and like put a little auto tune and that's it. Like
Yeah,
I have like a separate like whole like to like preset for my vocals that like give it that like sound that I have now like developed over a few years of like my voice. So
mm-hmm.
like I would probably that is the biggest part of like polishing off my voice, is like being able
Yeah,
to
tweak that.
use
Yeah,
GarageBand to my favor for like any song. But
that's hype.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, so Scooby made Stay Basic with a different producer from school, right?
literally my roommate, and he
Yeah,
randomly, I didn't even know, because I usually don't like approach people like, hey, like I'm like a musician and stuff. Like
yeah,
people, you have to like get to know me before I ever like put that on anybody, because like
right.
you don't want to just come off as like an annoying like like person that's like just like
Yeah,
promoting your
just
music all the time.
obnoxious. Yeah,
But so even before Stay Basic, the where I started like making beats, even before I would record them, because I recorded like laid back rap a few times like by myself in like the back of my car like randomly. But when I was living in a fraternity sophomore year, we would like all just like get drunk at night and then like play like some random YouTube like freestyle beat. And then we would
Okay.
have like a mic hooked up to an amp and like we would just all like pass it and like freestyle like in
Oh
a
shit.
room.
Okay. Yeah.
And like we were just like having so much fun doing that. And we're like, and then me and Noah, who goes by I know a guy, but he's gone by like a few names. But I remember him, he was so good at it. I was like, dude, we need to like record this. Like I have beats, like we could like you should start writing
Because you
raps
were
and like doing
chopping it
this.
up already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when that was like the birth of like, I guess Scooby Snacks. The first album was like, because I made Stay Basic after Scooby Snacks. Like this is like,
Really?
yeah. So like Scooby Snacks was like the first 10 songs that I ever pretty much like recorded and like produced on GarageBand.
Okay.
And like, because and Noah's in like maybe like 3 of the songs. And then the second song called Drop Calls is like all Noah. Like I'm not even in it. And like
Mm.
I wish he would have kept staying like doing music, dude,
That's
because
right.
he
Yeah.
he like had unbelievable like raps. Like his flow was unreal.
Hmm.
And then we continued to make music the rest of college, but he kind of stopped making music now.
I
But
see.
yeah, so fast forward into that. So now junior year, I'm living with this dude that I just met, Jimmy Cook, and he made this beat for Stay Basic, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude, this is so sick. And I'm like, you know me, like I'll like, and I just like put something together like so quick, like in like 15 minutes, and like we just had like don't let them be cautious,
Yeah.
and we were like, holy crap. And then yeah, and then
Sorry about the sirens. I'm
okay,
currently
good.
broadcasting
Chicago,
from
Chi-town.
downtown. Yeah, the rack.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually take calls at work from the same location and it's pretty bad. So
Oh
we'll
wow.
we'll roll on. We'll continue. But go sorry. Go
No, you're good. So I
ahead.
put that in. I think that was the first, no, because I had some like random
Yeah.
stupid stuff on SoundCloud, but Stay Basic was the first time that I was like, this is like so sick. And then I
Yeah.
think like maybe a couple days later, you hit me up and you're like, dude, like you make music and stuff. You're like, this is so sick. And then you put a verse like in the front of the
Yeah.
song, which was
Yep.
sick.
And remember the do you
You're a
remember the
basic
sample
bitch. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what that's from?
No, I did. I used to.
So yeah, that's a college humor clip. Um it's a
I remember
video
someone telling me.
it's a video. Yeah, it's a video where this couple walks into a doctor's office and he basically diagnoses her as like a basic bitch. And the song is called Stay Basic.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're a basic bitch." And then the song continues.
Yeah. I know. I
Um,
always like wondered, I was like, what does stay basic even mean? But like it just literally rhymed. And like that's like most
yeah.
of my early, I mean, even songs now, like some of my shit doesn't make sense, but it just sounds cool.
Yeah, I agree. I've definitely like across all of my projects done that as well. Like where
Yeah.
it sounds too cool not to say,
Hmm.
like in the moment. So you say,
But I would say it's stay basic is such like pivotal moment in like my music, I guess career. I mean, it's not really a career, but like just like um the way I took it more serious. Cause like before that, it was literally just like whatever, like this is like drunk fun that we would do. And
mm-hmm,
then it
yeah,
put me on the map to like you and Cooper and like
yeah,
Thrill to like
yeah,
want to work with me because it was
mm,
so it made it so I never worked with anyone else except just myself for music. And then
yeah,
like started working with you and then I started working with Thrill, started giving me beats and stuff.
yeah.
Um
It was almost like yeah, we took you under our wing in a way. Like you just needed a platform at that point. You know what I
well, I
mean?
needed a platform and I just needed beats
Yeah,
because I wasn't good at producing and like GarageBand beats I literally ran out of loops to use in GarageBand because there was only so many.
yeah,
And I was just like, there's probably only like max 15 hip hop beats you could like make on GarageBand. But
yeah.
like,
Wow.
yeah. So
Yeah,
like once I ran out of those, I needed beats because I wanted to get into producing, but like I didn't want to have to like, it just seemed like a lot of work. And I liked doing the vocals more anyway. Like
hmm,
that's
yeah,
like my favorite part is like laying down verses or
yeah,
choruses.
yeah.
So yeah,
Writing the
once
lyrics.
once once that happened, then I started like I went on that year to probably put like 20 different songs out on SoundCloud with all just thrill beats. Me
Okay.
and Noah
Yeah.
just like mess around on it.
So there's Scooby Snacks. There's what's the other two? There's two more.
So there's so there's two on SoundCloud, Scooby Snacks 1 and 2, and then Scooby Snacks 2.
Oh, that's right.
And then
That's it
but
for SoundCloud or for the exclusives.
yeah, those are SoundCloud ones. And then the ones that are on everything is the Maybe Then, Baby I'll Be at the Phone, and I Miss Being Faded with You, which is like the newest one I made.
Yeah, that one's sweet.
Thanks. Yeah. No, but
yeah.
Maybe Then, I mean, that was all recorded on Apple headphones too. That like sounded it's
Which
still
one?
like
Which one?
Maybe Then.
Yeah,
And that was entire thrill beats except Atom Bomb was your beat, I believe.
That's right. I was gonna mention that one because I love that song.
Atom Bomb is sweet. Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah.
And I think this
that
whole time,
honestly, that whole album, I love that album. That's like you finding a little bit of your sound, like in my eyes.
That's
like
that was the first album.
That was that and like Thrills project where you basically like ran the vocals on that project. Like that, those two, like that was where I started to say like this kid's like getting comfortable with.
Well, I always forget For the Thrill of It's Out because like it's hard. My name's like on there, like featuring, but like whenever you look up Scooby on like music
it's
stuff,
not like Lost
Thrill, it doesn't show up.
Yeah,
so it's like almost like a lost album. I mean, because it's under Thrill House, but and again, like Maybe Then, like when that came out, it was the same thing with Scooby Snacks. I'm like, I'm never gonna make better music than this. Like this is like literally, I think this is my peak. And then of course, like I just you just gotta like figure out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the perpetual attitude is you're always, because like you mentioned at the beginning, like way back in the day, like we thought it was fire. You thought your freestyle rapping was fire. I thought like the people that watch this, it's not many people yet, but the people that watch this know my discography a little bit. So like when I talk about like I made that first album, Right Time, the first time like when I made Influence, like when I made Influence, when I made Clutch, I was like, I felt the same way. I was like, wow, like I can't imagine like making it better. And then like literally 2 years down the road, I'm like, wow, like I know I've gotten better. Like I know for a fact I've gotten better. Yeah.
I had that same mindset with what's it called? I Miss Being Faded with You. I had a pretty much complete done album that probably would have been called I Miss Being Faded with You too. But I don't know. But it had 10 songs. And
wait, so you're saying you scrapped it in an album or?
Yeah, like I had a full 10 song album and
wow.
And the only song that I kept from that 10 song album was what is it called? The last song on the album.
Oh, you mean from I Miss Being Faded with You?
Yeah. It's Spaceship. Spaceship was my favorite. It was called something back then.
Spaceship was my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace,
dude, people. Dogs. Okay, so yes, exactly, dude. So people are sleeping on your most recent project. I think it's awesome. Like,
thanks, dude. I mean, it's definitely the most effort I put into any music thing ever, and especially like because I use this mic and like worked with you and Thrill on like producing and like advice for like songs and stuff, and I just felt like yeah, for sure, that's like.
Well,
really
here's the thing,
like how it turned out.
How many songs in there? 8, 9, 10 songs. So yeah, I liked all of them and I threw all of them in like my liked songs on Spotify. And like literally they just come on and shuffle. I'll be like, I'll look at the album. I'll be like, oh, why aren't people like I should be listening to this song more, like a lot more.
Thanks, dude.
But
yeah. And I tried different things like on Ghost. It's like, I mean, I guess that's pretty rap, but like, it's a weird beat. I actually produced that beat, which is like, yeah. It was like the first time I produced my own beat since Scooby Snacks. Well, Thrill helped me with the drums on it, but like,
yeah,
that melody, I was like messing around with like my like keyboard on GarageBand, but And then yeah, shortly after that album was done, I got Logic.
So
Because
you're saying you just got Logic recently, right?
January last January, yeah. So I've only had it for like 4 or 5 months.
How do you like it?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's literally just like GarageBand on steroids, which is like I had no idea that Logic was literally just like the same interface as GarageBand. Like
It's Mac. It's Mac.
right. And like
It's
that's
literally
why I
just
like it so much.
it's a pro edition. It's like a pro interface for Mac.
Yeah.
I would say it's just like the paid for GarageBand, but it's like
It pretty much is. No, it's literally the premium version of GarageBand. And I didn't know that. And I thought that like having to get a new
be like a learning curve.
Yeah, there was gonna be a learning curve to it, like or something like that. But I'm glad that like it was easy to like adapt or like like transition right into that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been trying to like I've been, messing around with like trying to make my own beats lately that like for like serious this time, I'm not actually doing like just loops in GarageBand or stuff.
It's
but yeah,
cool,
like
yeah.
I got Splice and like I used that a lot. Splice is freaking awesome. Yeah. And then I'll get like some Reddit threads from like Bryce. He'll send me some like drum kits. I have like this really sick lo-fi drum kit. Like pack that's like,
you mean just like the hits, like just the
like they're just like single raw, little like 808s or something like that. Yeah. And I had no idea, dude, the appreciation I have for like you and Thrill now on like some of the like most all the beats you guys make is like I can't believe how time consuming and like,
dude, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Yeah.
It takes forever to just make like one beat, but it feels so good once like it's complete.
That's yes. And that's the thing. Yes, that's exactly right. Like it is very like me and Thrill both, we're very meticulous, but then once the beat's done, like I'll listen to that song over and over because I'll be like, wow, like I can't believe I made this. Like I worked so hard on this, and you like just appreciate it more and more. But like,
right, yeah, because all I would do is like get the beat and just start like rapping and singing over it, and then I'm like, wow, that was fun. But like, the hard part was the beat making.
That's like the whole like paradigm really between like rappers and producers. Like the rapper mindset, it's like when you have a song, you said, let's say like 10 slices in a pie or a song. Like that's a song. I would say like nine and a half out of those 10 slices, the producers and engineers are responsible for how that song is going to sound when it's finally listened to.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just always thought it was hilarious how like rappers are the ones that are like worshipped because they, most rappers do not produce.
Yeah. And that's something that like I've just felt like now that I want to do, because like it was just fun to like, because you guys were pumping out beats like all the time the last 2 years.
Well, you got to understand me. Like, okay, when I got Ableton, I didn't really do anything else. Like I was pretty addicted. Like I wouldn't consider myself addicted. I just like make music just as a habit now. But like before, like it was hard to like pull me away from my computer. Like I'd do it 3, 4, 5 hours a day. But like, so I'd pump out like a lot of beats.
Yeah. I mean, I've always told people like the reason I stay with the music, because it's not like, I mean, I'm 2 albums deep now, and like, I have like 3 EPs and stuff, and I've put out a lot of musical content, and it's like the reason I do it now really mostly and always has been is like it's a therapy. It's very therapeutic to me to just like sit down and either like make a beat from start and have a song be like made, or just like Thrill sends me a beat or you send me a beat and like make a song. Like just feels so good afterwards, like to have a finished song
I think that's just like the creative outlet in general.
It's an outlet for me for sure.
That's cool because it's not how most people operate. Like most people don't sit down and say like, oh, like I'm gonna go paint like on a canvas, or I'm gonna go like sit and work in front of a computer and make a song. Like I think it's kind of I don't know, that's one reason I'm doing this podcast. It's kind of like to explore that mindset a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great. Well, like if someone tells me like you have to make a song like today and it has to be done by Yeah, it's like I don't want to do it. Like I have sometimes I'll go
Absolutely
like
not.
2 weeks without even touching my mic or Logic, and then like
Yep.
I'll just hop in and like make like 3 songs in a week, and it just like felt really good. And then like
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's very ebb and flow. Like I, but like I sometimes stress out because like I know I've made commitments to like have deadlines. So like I definitely like stress out when I'm not making music. I'm like, oh shit, like definitely could be making music right
yeah.
now. But you're right. Like I go in streaks as well.
Well, that's what. So like back to what I was saying, like how I scrapped the first those like that first like I Miss Being Faded with You album for those
Mhm.
songs. Like they were all good, but like I was giving myself a deadline because I just got this mic when I like started this new album. I'm like, okay, like now that I have this mic, like let's go. And I felt like I was like in a rush. And like since I had this mic now, I'm like, okay, like now I have to make better music. Like I have the better song, like mic. And I made these 10 songs. I'm like, this is good, but like I don't know. Like I just need to wait. Like I so like then I waited, and then that summer I made like I Miss Being Faded with You and Say Something and Never to Return, like back to back to back. And I was like, okay, never mind. Like this is like the good shit that I'm like
Yeah.
doing now. And then
But you
like,
did emphasize there that like how important that break was.
yeah, because it was like I was
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I was just like I was trying too hard to like pump out an album really fast. It was like, first of all, who the only person I'm doing this album for is me. It's like it's not like I have like a fan base or anything, you
Right.
know. It's just like
Exactly.
so I might as well like wait and make it like what I want. But
I would say like uh, I think there's two sides of the coin to that. Like I would say when I that album we were talking about earlier, Right Time, when I planned to put that out, I was like, okay, there's gonna be 10 to 12 songs on this album, but I also did the mixtape right before the A47 sent me mixtape. That was 7 songs. I think I made those 7 songs over the course of like a week or two.
is that on Apple or is that like
Yeah.
on? I
Yeah.
didn't know
That's
if that
every
was SoundCloud or
that.
exclusive.
Yeah. That's
You
everywhere.
made that in
I
a
don't think I
week.
put, I literally, dude, like 3 or 4 of the beats are Thrill House beats. And like the other three beats are mine. And I just had all the beats. And I was just like, yeah, I'm dropping Right Time. But it's like, I really just want to show that I'm grinding. So I
Yeah.
literally the week before I dropped 11 songs for Right Time, I dropped those 7 songs and I was like, well, like now I know like that was to me, that was my like commitment point. I was like there I was like, okay, I'm doing this,
I
but
use SoundCloud to like when I don't want to like spend money on getting
yeah.
it mastered or like I just think this is good, but I'm never gonna use it in an album. I'll just drop it on
Mhm.
SoundCloud as like a way of like
Yeah.
I'm still making music. I mean, post very little on SoundCloud nowadays, but I mean, the project that I'm working on right now, Scooby Snacks 3, will be completely produced by me on Logic.
Will it
I
be
mean,
on
it'll be only
stream?
SoundCloud.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Scooby Snacks are SoundCloud exclusive.
That's raw. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting the dynamic between my two
Because you're not
albums on
gonna, yeah.
streaming and my two albums on SoundCloud, like the Scooby Snacks.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
both the Scooby Snacks albums are only me the whole time. Like, well, Scooby Snacks 2 is all pretty much YouTube beats, and that's why it's on SoundCloud because like they're not my it's random producers. And
Right. Right.
and I made that album in like probably a month. And it was right when I first moved out here. I just
Oh,
like
okay.
was so bored in this and had no furniture in my apartment. I was literally just chilling on like a air mattress with like my TV propped against like my fireplace. And I'd just
Mhm.
be like playing like Xbox or whatever. And then like at night I would just like randomly freestyle and stuff. And then yeah, that's album was born. It's funny because like it's terribly produced because it's just like it's a SoundCloud album that I didn't care about, and I also was recording it with the Apple headphones, so it's like it's not good, but like some of those songs are like the catchiest songs I ever made. I just
Yeah.
wish like I had a better production on it or
Yeah. Because
something.
you were in the zone, but like you weren't at the level yet.
Yeah, right. And that's when
Yeah.
I really realized I'm like, okay, I need to now get some equipment that's gonna match my effort level.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
dude,
And
so
that
when did we? Oh, go ahead. What?
I was just gonna add on to that, like the hardest part. sometimes like getting to that next level is like realizing you got to like put your actual money into it. But like I
Well,
bought
that's the
this
thing.
like
I didn't
mic, it was
start
like
making. I didn't.
$500.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't start putting my money into it until like bangers only became a thing, and like we actually started
And
like
we had kind of
putting
had
things
to
on
like,
streaming.
yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah.
the first song, "Smoked Gouda," was their first ever song on streaming, and I
Yeah.
remember I was like, "Holy fuck, this is so cool!" I'm on Apple Music, and then I think
Yeah,
three
it was
months later
cool.
is when Maybe Then came out. But when did we
Yeah.
start talking? When did we start making Lost Vibrations, or like when did we like talk
I
about that?
know, I
Did
remember
it happen
exactly
right
when.
after Stay Basic?
So okay, so I uploaded a 3-song EP called Octane, which was released in October of 2019.
Yeah, and that was fire.
So thank you. Yeah, that's a good. I like that one.
Those beats were sick.
I have mixing issues. Yes, dude. The production's awesome. I have issues with how it was mastered, but yeah. Uh, so right around then, so October 2019. So we had already been. So we didn't have a technical like Lost Vibrations sessions. I would say like game plan. Like we were just getting together and making music, but
Right, because we
we
made
dropped.
Thumper.
Yeah, we made Thumper at your house in your basement. We made
Mm-hmm.
Thumper, or I brought my laptop over. Thumper and Come Through off Lost Vibrations. The first Lost Vibrations we
Oh
made
my god, Come Through,
that
yeah.
day. That day I had but pretty much both of those beats ironed out, and we recorded them together. But that was probably what, summer of 2019. Yeah, I would imagine.
Because we already had that, and then I remember exactly where I was when you sent me that Backfire beat.
Really?
That was the
Yeah.
coolest beat I ever heard in my life. And then your chorus, your hook on it was like, that's when I was like, dude, we are making this album
Yeah.
for sure. And
Yeah.
that's when I was like, dude, this is sick. Cause like, yeah,
Yeah.
you are like, and then also like your production just kept getting better and better on like making
Yeah, I
beats.
think I think Lost Vibrations was like the breakout point for me. I think Octane and like Lost Vibrations, when I started to like, I had already probably put in 10,000 hours on Ableton, and
Right.
like, but that, yeah, like,
Yeah. And me, like
because
at that point, GarageBand, like, and that's the thing is like, sorry to cut you off there, but like I just talk about like it literally is just like practice on like the DAWs, like of how you have to because like when my friends will come in town, like my friend Dean, who like does a lot of backup vocals for me sometimes on a lot of albums. He's only mentioned in like credits, but he's not like a featuring artist. Like really gotta go on the newest album. Like he's like the harmony and like the whole thing. And but
right.
anyway, so he loves making music with me, but like he can't do, it's hard for him to like, or like anybody, not just him, but like they don't understand. It's like I've been doing GarageBand for like 5 years and I
A long
still
time.
am not
Yeah.
good at it. But I'm
Yeah.
like, you like kind of just get to
Yeah.
know your way around it better.
I agree. Like I'm like I've had Ableton downloaded since like 2017, and I would still consider myself not an expert. Like there's no way.
Oh, there's
Like
no way I'm an expert.
there's just so much shit that I don't know how to do.
Yeah. GarageBand, maybe. Logic, definitely not.
Yeah.
But
But that at the same time, like that's the journey. Like that's the journey.
yeah.
Like it's gonna take any, I
Well,
don't
it's
like,
fun,
yeah.
it's
Oh
fun to
yeah, it's a
learn that shit.
blast.
It's like a whole
Yeah.
course, which I
Yeah.
kind of wish I need to take like a music theory class or something. I feel
No, you
like that would
don't.
help a lot. No, you don't.
Dude, either you have like a sense of, if you don't know much music theory, it's either you have like a sense of rhythm and key, or you don't.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Either you do or you like. I know good friends of mine that know a fair deal of music theory, like were in band with me in high school, pretty tone deaf, like pretty just don't know, like couldn't sing, and couldn't
Yeah.
like rap either. So
Well,
I
that's
mean,
why I
that's,
thought I always was good at like doing the hooks and melodies on songs, is because like as soon as I heard a beat, like I would be able to match a flow pretty well to it. And I've never been the best like writer in like writing verses. Like I've usually don't like writing verses. And like a lot
yeah.
of my songs are, I mean, I guess like I'll take time on them, but it's usually the hooks that like come to me immediately. And then
Yeah.
like the verses come later.
I feel like that's a special talent, like coming up with, because I come up with hooks like at the most random time. I don't know. Like, and also like I come up with hooks in my head, like in the shower. And like it doesn't have to do with a beat or anything. Like I will just come up with like a way I want to record something, and I'll just
So
be like,
like
oh,
that's why I'm jealous of like being able to produce and make a song like how you
from
do.
scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, because like with me, I have to hear a beat first before I make a chorus or a
Yeah.
hook. Because if I have a hook in my head, it's like, okay, but like, how do I
Yeah.
make a beat to this?
Yeah. But what I'm
And
saying
that's
is
what
like
I'm trying to get to is so I can make a beat to a hook that I have.
I understand. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like they're like people who like don't like didn't take singing classes or like advanced music classes, because everyone takes basic music classes in elementary school or whatever, but there's a lot of people that they couldn't do what is close to what you do. So like I feel like if you actually spent maybe a few weeks like working your way around like a piano, you would probably figure it out pretty quick. Like
Oh
it's
yeah, I taught myself how to
yeah.
play piano and like in high
Oh,
school.
you play. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
good, but
you're saying like, oh
I'm
wow. So yeah, so
I'm
you
saying
just
just
need to learn
like
like a little bit of theory.
I mean, I
Yeah.
also don't know like the chords perfectly. Like I know it through like tab, like piano tab. Like it's if I had
Oh,
so like that's another thing. I definitely probably should learn like the chords. But
yeah. But yeah, because when we talk about auto tune, I say I give you a key. But yeah.
yeah, so like that's how I've like learned. I mean, I know A minor and like E minor like amazing. Like that's usually where I have my auto tune at is A
Really.
minor and E minor like
Oh.
always. But also like Logic made it so much nicer for my auto tune like because with
Mm.
GarageBand it was just a pitch correction button that you'd click and then you could like scale it to 0 to 100 and that's it.
Oh
And
wow.
but like Logic like you can really like fiddle with
Oh
it.
yeah. You can move them around. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nice because even if like the beat is in A minor, like I can have my pitch correction in E minor or something like that. Whereas like
Yeah.
GarageBand, it like if like it sucked because in GarageBand sometimes it'd be like a dope beat, and for some reason it would be like in D minor or something, and just for some
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
my
I
auto tune
think,
was terrible, and I'm like, "Ah,
yeah.
I can't make
I
it then."
think I know I don't know the technical reason in the software, but I think the reason is sometimes the auto tune, if you're using a raw auto tune plugin, like sometimes it will detect the key properly. But I had this terrible auto tune plugin that just like was horrible at detecting the key, and I never knew if I was in the right. So I went to my piano and be like, look, what key, like literally what key
Mm-hmm.
is this in? But yeah,
I think that
but
might be my
yeah,
next purchase is a MIDI like mini
keyboard.
piano
It's
keyboard
my next purchase as well.
because
Is going to
like
be a nice one.
I
Yeah.
just have like I use keyword typing when I do like make beats and stuff or
Hmm.
anything like that, and that usually is fine. But I just feel like it'd be a nice little upgrade to do that. I actually
Yeah.
just got a electric ukulele, which is hilarious. But
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
dude,
You can show it off.
and yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm
It's like an
learning like
acoustic electric. That's dope.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I gotta get a cord for it, and I'm gonna plug it into like my whatever this thing is called.
Oh, shit, dude. That's going to be
Yeah, and
elite.
play
Can you play
some.
a little
Yeah.
bit?
Um, yeah, I'm learning this Mac Miller song right now because I'm actually gonna play it at my sister's wedding, which is
Oh,
fucking nuts.
wow. When is that?
Like a year, so I got some time.
Oh, he's got the capo on there and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Still got to
Oh, yeah.
polish it up, but it's just like
Yeah.
four easy chords. But it's
Yeah. So yeah, like
I'm learning Surf by
oh,
Mac
really?
Miller. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So I had wrist surgery recently, but I kind of I grew up playing piano. And I tried to learn a little bit. I know my way around a guitar. I'm terrible at it, but I want like a guitar in the crib. Like I want,
Yeah,
like I
dude.
need to get a guitar in
Acoustic
the crib.
guitar. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I got a ukulele. It's just easier to like move around with. But
Yeah.
like I was saying, I took guitar lessons for like 2 years when I was like really young. So that's why like when I got this ukulele, I knew I'd pick it back up because I had like no basic chords and I understand like
Yeah.
how to use a guitar. Like I'm, so it made it really
Yeah.
easy to like pick back up the ukulele.
Wow, dude, that's awesome. Um, yeah. So obviously we go way back just locally. What would you say is your style? Because I know you're a Juice WRLD guy. I know your influences, whether you like it or not. I don't know how you feel about this, but it is kind of emo
Yeah.
rap. I wouldn't say like I would say like I don't know if you listen to Young Lean, but I would say you're like similar Young Lean,
Yeah.
Juice WRLD, which is hype, dude. I love that sound. What got you into that?
Well, I would say the first inspiration I probably had, um, like before I made music, like completely, I think was obviously like Kanye probably, but I don't know. It wasn't more, I was more like into Kanye because he was like so famous. Like I didn't really like care. I didn't really grasp producing yet. Like when I was like really like inspired by Kanye, but I think the biggest inspiration that started was Travis Scott.
Mm,
His like Days Before Rodeo and like SoundCloud songs. And then
that's
Birds in the
fire.
Trap, like his vibe of like just like drugged out, like dark rap and stuff like that. I thought was like so sick. So like a
Mm,
lot of my early inspiration was like through that. And then like Six Dogs was the reason why I made like Scooby Snacks and like started like making my own songs is because like his album, his first self-titled album is he made it when he was like 17 and made it off of like literally like garage band beats, the same thing that I did. And it was like so simple, but like it just like blew up.
it's
And
fire.
like I
Yeah,
was like, it's so simple, but it was like it was so good.
it's
So like I
crazy.
wanted to do
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
like I just wanted to like make like a simple, like cool Six Dogs album. So Six Dogs is definitely my biggest inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
like getting into Scooby and becoming like Scooby and doing
And
shit
just
like that.
writing lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Juice WRLD kind of carried me through on like, just having that like melodic hook stuff that like I do a lot. So
Yeah.
I would say you kind of hit it on the head, like sad boy like rap, like like SoundCloud rap pretty much. Cause
Mm.
I mean we both kind of like started doing music. I mean, I guess you were doing it earlier than me, but I came up like while
Not really. I was in band and stuff, but like I digitally started making music in like 2017.
okay, so yeah, I guess we kind of did start making it at the same time.
And you
But
said
that's
you
when like
were doing
SoundCloud was
GarageBand like
huge.
way back.
That's
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
SoundCloud rapping was like the
Hmm.
pinnacle of SoundCloud rapping, where like
Hmm.
Travis Scott was like killing it in SoundCloud, and then like Six Dogs and like Playboy Cardi, and just like they were all just starting out, and like
Yeah.
Uzi like just dropped Love Is Rage 2, or like he only had SoundCloud albums
Yeah.
before that. So like
Yeah.
SoundCloud was so big. And like I was just talking to like the other day, it's like some people don't even have SoundCloud on their phone anymore. And it like blows my mind. I'm like, well, because it's fallen off. Like there's nothing,
Yeah.
it's just not the same anymore. But
Yeah. It's not, well, the thing about SoundCloud, like you don't have to go through a distributor
right.
to upload there. So people can upload there for free, which I mean for a starving artist is perfect, you
Right.
know.
And also like just the time period that we're living in, to where like in order to be a quote unquote like artist or rapper or like making your own music, like the barriers to entry are so low now. So it's just like that's why it was so easy for like me and
Yep.
you to like make albums and make stuff, because we didn't need like a label or
Yeah.
something to like back
Yeah.
us. All we had to do was like all we needed was our laptop,
Computer.
a mic, and
Yeah.
that's it. And like and
Literally
then we're
just
an
a
artist.
laptop and a mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you
So like
need.
that's probably why I got so into music, because I was really into like movie making growing up, and
Okay.
I
Dude,
loved making
same.
content. I loved
Same.
making like content and putting it on like internet. And I just
I
found out that like I like
That's what we
music
have in
was just my
common.
way to
Yeah.
go.
Dude, I was the exact same kid, like the kid with the like camera that's just making like little YouTube videos. Like that was me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like before I started making like I don't know. Before I started making digital music, like all I knew how to make was just like I had Audacity and I would record songs that I
Yeah.
wrote, literally songs that I wrote like on the piano and the guitar. Like, and
Audacity, dude.
I
Yeah.
I learned how to do like I had a basic drum set and I learned how to do like a basic beat and I would like literally I had a few songs with my brother and my friend, but you
Yeah, I had
know
a
that
drum set too. And like I just taught myself to do like a quick little like
mhm.
like I couldn't do anything crazy, but
But like the transition into or not transition, it's kind of just like the development into digital recording because it has to because at some point it becomes digital. At some point you got to record it, and the adaptation to somebody like working into that and like starting to understand that and record their own shit. That is definitely like a level up. Like
right.
that took me years to realize like, oh, I should be like
Yeah.
figuring out how to do Ableton. But yeah,
Right. And also just like
yeah.
the whole fact of like putting yourself out there too,
Mhm.
like to the internet and like having other because like it's always kind of cringe to me sometimes like when someone I guess not anymore but like when I first started making they're like oh you make music like let me like I hate playing song I like secretly love playing songs for other people but it's sometimes it cringes me out like having to
Oh
listen to
yeah,
myself with someone else in the room if it's someone that I don't like I'm not like
yeah,
homies with like
yeah.
obviously
So
with you like I like or any like people who
exactly,
are
but
making music with me is fine
so
but if it's like
yeah,
some random person and I'm like, oh yeah, this is me, like it kind of like makes me like,
and then you're just like they're like I had this one kid who's like an acquaintance of mine. He was like, we're not best friends. And I was driving him and his other friend home, and he was like, "Well, why don't you play your own music? Like, why aren't we listening to your music?" And I was
yeah,
like, "Well, like,
right, well, just don't, we
I'm
don't do
not.
that. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
weird.
Like, I'm just not gonna like drive around studying my own music with people in the car. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah,
that, where it's like they don't. But it was a solid misunderstanding of like why I wasn't gonna do it. Like, I don't want to in one direction. Like, I don't want to flaunt my own music. I don't want to make
hmm
that the center of attention. On the other hand, like I don't want to like listen to my because when I listen to my own music, I'm analyzing it. I'm like
yeah.
thinking about like how I can make it better. I'm thinking about like
Especially
I'm
when someone else is
reflecting.
in the room listening to it for the first time, I like put myself in their mindset. And I'm like, and it makes the
Mhm.
song sound really weird. Like I'm like, oh man, like there's a lot better shit I can do for this song, which is
Yeah,
actually ends up being good for like, you know,
yeah, criticism. Yeah,
criticism. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I agree. Like I feel like people that don't make their own music do not understand. Like it's a very self-conscious thing, whether you're past the point or not of like getting over like your own voice. Because I know
yeah,
a lot of people they don't like how they sound, they don't like how they look on camera, and then like after so many hundreds of times of hearing themselves on a microphone or hearing a recording or seeing a video, they get used to it.
right. And
But if you're
I
past that,
never,
then
yeah. Well, I would have never put myself out there as much as I did and have like on Instagram and like just streaming services, unless it was like for, like Cooper and like
mhm.
you and Thrill like backing me and like, because when I would just make my own songs, I was the only one that's like, oh, this is dope. This is sweet. But then
Yeah,
like when I would make a song with Thrill, then like Thrill would be like, dude, this is so sweet. And then I was like, oh man, like other people like Thrill likes my music. And then like you, when we would make an album or song together, I'm like,
yeah,
we like share something together where we both like the song. So it just
yeah,
made me feel better to like go out there because my family didn't even know I make music until like a year ago.
yeah.
And
Wow,
like I think my dad, it's so funny.
that's awesome. That's
My
awesome.
dad
Yeah.
just heard I Miss Being Fade with You like last week. And I didn't even know because he didn't even know that I made music until well,
Wow.
this is the thing. He I think my family always knew I was musical or like someone like that.
Wow. Yeah.
And the first person to find out was my sister. And she like randomly texted me and was like, are you Scooby? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because you had the
uh
Instagram page. You had the Instagram page.
yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I wasn't like following any of my friends or my family. And she was like, I just found you on Instagram. Like, what? Like you make music and stuff. And like now she's like my biggest fan and
That's
loves
so
my
hype.
music. And
Yeah.
then like my brother, and then like, yeah, and then slowly like I just like I never like really told my family, but they just slowly like, just know. And like but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Because I remember. my dad didn't really know I made my own. He knew I made songs like from a young age because I've literally been doing it forever, but
Mm-hmm.
digitally. And like then like I was definitely rapping about and singing about just X-rated stuff, just stuff that I'd
Well,
rather
that
hear him not
too.
not
Yeah.
hear. And he was like, and he, I knew it, he overheard me a couple times, and he's like, he didn't really know what I was doing, and like, so it was like a don't ask, don't tell
Well,
type thing
my
until
dad,
like,
yeah, well, yeah, my dad's
yeah,
just not a fan of hip hop. Like
same,
maybe if
yeah,
I was like a country singer, I would have told my family immediately. But like, I mean, one just
yeah,
like the way that like our influences are all just like, like Lil Peep and all that. Like they're not good role models of
right,
people. And it's like that's what
right.
we were trying to like, I was trying to emulate at least. Like
Oh
I wanted to
yeah,
be freaking Lil Peep. But
oh yeah,
like uh and like I would literally be rapping about like drugs and like
yeah,
just random stuff. And that's another reason why I didn't want my family to know. But then like when
yeah.
my sister listened to it, she didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, well, but I feel like my newest album though, I Miss Being Faded with You is probably the most like lightest on like drug talk and more just like me just trying to like, I don't know. I guess it's more of like relationships, I guess, in a lot of the songs. But yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's a whole conversation. Is like your parents are in the other room and like I don't know. I see TikToks of this. Like you don't want your parents to know you're recording.
yeah.
Like it's kind of the same thing as like
Dude,
they don't want you don't
I
want them to
didn't
know you're
even
smoking
think of
weed.
that. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
think of that. But like the struggle to find a place to
it's
record
insane. It's like trying
my
to
whole
smoke
life
weed. It's like it's literally like trying to smoke weed.
yeah, until
Yeah.
me still, I even though sometimes I wear that like my neighbors hear me through my walls,
Yep. Oh
but
yeah.
like um I remember when I first made like even from making laid back rap, like that
Hmm.
first song I was talking about that I ever made, I was in a hotel room in California, which is so funny that that's when it was.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and like I was just like thinking the whole time, like, oh my God, like I hope no one in this hotel can hear me. And then it's always been that like in college, like I would that's why like I never experimented with like because me and Cooper did like an EP of like where I was like kind of like singing more like much louder over like
Which
kind of
one?
like rock like
Uh,
I mean and even Lost Vibrations too like what's it called Greed like I
she
mean
don't like the
I
greed.
really start belting
Yeah.
some like lyrics there and it's because like I was able to like move out here and have my own apartment and like have this mic and like it just makes me
Fire.
feel better but all before that like I'd be like recording in my like room in college and like I'm just like dude I really hope none of my roommates hear me like it's just so embarrassing like I don't want them to hear me
Well,
and
I
like
went through the
that's why I
exact same
think
thing. Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah.
well like that's why like a lot of my songs are not like monotone but I'd have like a low voice on like all of them because I would want to like keep it down.
Wait a minute. I was looking at something. Do you are you on this album here? This is how it'll be. I see that you're
Who's that?
on. It's Soggy. I think
Oh
I think
yeah.
he's. Are you on? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. Soggy. He
Yeah.
I randomly found him on SoundCloud because he messaged me and was like, dude, I love
So yeah, Scooby's on.
wait, he's
Oh,
on
sorry.
Spotify?
You're on here. It's which one is it? It's
I
Do It
know I'm
Just Cut. Do It Just Cause. Sorry, I'm gonna fuck up this audio.
okay, so that Do It Just Cause is another song that I really went hard on. I don't know if you've ever heard that song, but
Yeah, Do It Just Cause. I don't even know if I've heard this.
Do It
How did
Just
I
Cause
see
is sweet. And then also
Dead Willow's on here? Wow. Wow. Sorry.
no, you're good. Dead Willow is sick. That's how I found Soggy was through Dead Willow. I Dream of
Yeah.
Black and White is like the dopest beat I've ever heard in my life. And
Yeah.
I remember like hitting him up and he was like, oh, Soggy, my brother made it. And I was like, oh shit. So I hit up Soggy and me and him like made like 4 songs together. And he was like, dude, he's like, I'm making an album. Like, you're going to be on it. I was like, oh, sick. So
Wow.
I'm on Do It Just Cause. And then I don't know what it's called, but I'm on another one too.
You're on two. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I've talked to Dead Willow. He went to school with Thrill, I think.
Is that how? Because I know that
Uh,
you like knew him too, but I didn't
I'm
know
quite
how.
sure that's how they knew each other
Because
because I
they
know
live in
him
the
through.
Chicagoland area, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's how I'm pretty sure that's how they know each other. And then I know him through Thrill.
This
He's
is how it'll
dope.
be. I had no
They're
idea this
brother.
was on Apple Music.
They're yeah, they're
That's
brothers.
sick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They look very alike.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Dude, this is hilarious.
That's
I had no
crazy.
idea I didn't know I was
Yeah,
on
because
here.
I was looking at your page because I was trying to find the song.
Jeez,
The
20 songs.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to find the title of this is called where is it? Did you take it off? Dead
Dead
Promises,
Promises.
volume 113.
It should be on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it is dead, but no,
Yeah,
you
that
don't have
was a
volume 3 yet. You
phase
working
that
on
I
that?
was going through. That was a phase I
Drop
was
it.
going through. Like emo. I was going more like punk rock, and I just wanted to try it out because I know Cooper's like an amazing guitar player, and like
Yeah.
he started producing, and but he would like use guitar on it, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'll try it out, and it was fun. Um,
Yeah.
but even recently too, like with Logic, I've definitely have been exploring different genres. It's always been
Uh-huh.
like it's always
Same.
has like hip hop like influence behind it, but like I
Mhm.
love just like making like especially like the songs I've been making lately have just been like very not like aggressive or hard or like rapping in any way, but just like exploring and practicing Logic in any way I can.
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah. So I have to ask because obviously you used to live up here in Illinois, but now you're a Cali boy. Do
Oh
you
yeah.
you seem to enjoy California? Do, is that true? You like California then?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live like
Would
2 blocks from the beach.
are
It's
you okay? Are you developing into a young surfer boy or
I tried surfing and I got my ass handed to me.
dude? I heard it's so fun. I heard
It's
yeah.
really fun. It was
Yeah.
fun to go out, but I didn't stand up once, and I need to keep going. But I know I've been out here like
Okay.
almost 2 years, and I've only gone surfing once. But um, yeah, dude, I
Yeah.
definitely have like I've always like wanted to dress like a little bit better. Like I don't know where I'm going with this, I guess, but like my wardrobe has always been like kind of weird, and it just fits in better like out here
Oh, okay. Interesting.
because I either ever like dressed in like sports wear or like sweatpants, or like I would have like really weird like shit. Like I wear like tie-dye pants out here and I like feel like
That yeah,
okay. But
fire
like if I
shit.
did
Yeah,
that in like Chicago, people would be like, what the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?
I agree. I feel the same way. Like I would say it depends more on my mood. Like usually I dress like like a regular ass dude.
Yeah.
But like some dude, I love to like put on like just like clothes that you wouldn't think like I don't know. It's like the creative side of us, I guess. And it's just like you're
Yeah.
right. Like you
It's an
do feel different
expression. Yeah.
about it here. Yeah, it's like yeah, I get that. Interesting.
Um, back to like what you're saying, like, what do you think my flow is or your what we were
Yeah,
talking about?
like
Like
yeah,
I feel
you
like
too.
I kind of like can adapt to like a lot of different styles. Like with Thrill, like for the thrill of it, like that was all pretty much like aggressive, like almost like drill like bags. Like that's like a drill rap song. And it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
like with like Lost Vibrations, like that's very like rap.
Like spacey. It's like space rap.
Yeah. And then a lot of Thrill House album
Yeah.
beats now are like very like Playboy Cardi-ish, like feel
Mhm.
like trap. And like I just like kind of adapt to like how that beat is going. So it's like I guess
Wow.
it depends on the beat is how my vibe is
Yeah.
gonna be.
Do you because I know you have a talent that you've developed more than I've developed. My ability to freestyle is pretty poor. I would say my freestyling for me is like a needle and haystack thing where if it's a perfect vibe, I can do it. But like, I don't know. I feel like you've got a bit of a head start on freestyling. What do you have any like tips and tricks or like how do you do it? Like
Um drink alcohol and you'll be able to do
I was kind of
it.
hinting at that. Like,
No, like
yeah.
no, seriously, I'm not even that good at it, but like just being around
But
like
that's how you
Noah.
write. Like, isn't that how you write or no?
No, I was gonna ask you that. So no, I'm melody first over everything, and then I fill in the words later. So like
So it's so like you can hum it.
I can hum an
Yeah.
entire song and then like I'll record that hums, and then I'll just listen to those hums and plug words into it, and then re-record it with the words.
Because we've had multiple recording sessions where like there's a song on Right Time called Problems, and you came over and literally you freestyled, and then like I was freestyling into a voice memo, and it ended up being like part of my verse. That was crazy,
dude. I was at your house.
Yeah, in my apartment.
In that one apartment, and like
yeah, that was
there was
wild.
like people over, and I just like went so hard. That was with that mic, your mic.
Exactly. Yeah, but that, I don't know, like you've done that before, and I was like, I thought that was a more prominent part of your
for hooks. I freestyle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to verses, though, I have to like sit back and like really think about it. But no, yeah, I can come up with a random free like hook pretty
that's
quick.
Fire.
And like I've always been like, a lot of times like someone will send me a beat, and like I'll send them back the beat. Like I've done this to you. Like I'll send you back my vocals and everything like in like 10 minutes or like 15 minutes.
You did it yesterday. Like, well, this kid sent me a whole verse, basically like a minute of this, and you nailed it. And I was like, I was just, before we turned on this recording, I was working on the same song. It's gonna be lit, but that'll be on my discography. But yeah, so what, I guess we got to wrap it up here, but what are you working on? You got to tell the people.
I'm working on Scooby Snacks 3 right now. It's gonna be probably almost all produced by me through like Logic and me. So I don't know how, it's funny, like I don't know how done I am. I have like 12 songs right now, but I don't know, like I might only use like 6 of them, or might only use like 2 of them. So
okay, yeah,
I'm kind
of the same
working
way,
on Logic right now and just like feeling it, and just seeing what I could do.
And then you have I know you have a feature balled up here and there, because I have you on a thing or two, and then Thrill probably has you on stuff too.
I actually have a single coming out.
Oh, really?
June 14th. We've been working on this song, me and Cooper, for like actually almost a whole year, I think, actually now. Let me make sure.
3 weeks. 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. What's it called? Or can you say, or what?
Yeah, it's going to be called Strawberry. You might have heard it before. June 15th.
Oh, I have heard mumblings about this song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride of Cooper like really putting a lot of effort into like get it mixed and mastered. Like this is probably the most beautiful production I've heard on a song of mine.
I thought
we actually have a girl. We have a girl singer on it too. That does.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's fire.
Yeah.
I heard this was going to be part of a project, or you probably can't say much more about that.
It's funny. It probably was at one point part of like an EP or something, but I have another, because I mean it's a very like summery song, so that will come out, and then I have this other one that's very summer song. They might come out like very soon, like close together, but yeah, I'll have that one coming out in 3 weeks. It's gonna be pretty sick, because it's been a long time coming for that song to come out. But that, and then probably another song.
Dude, I'm so excited, because me and you are in the same boat in like along this journey per se. I think we're just getting better, so like it's super fun to be a part of it. So
yeah, I feel like we've definitely had a very similar like experience those last couple of years, just like messing around and like trying to just like make music that we both enjoy.
Yeah, and working like so closely, because I was gonna say, like, ever since you moved out to Cali, we've done everything digitally, but it hasn't really changed anything, because we did everything digitally.
Every time I do come home, though, we always find a way to shoot a music video or something.
It's fire. Yeah,
like that
Jeopardy
music video. Jeopardy video is funny.
It is funny. It's funny.
What was I talking about when I had like the black eye? What song was that? Smoke Gouda, wasn't it?
Smoke Gouda 2. That's on Right Time. That's on Right Time.
Yeah,
that video is fire. I'll link that below too. That people, if you're watching this, you have to check that out. That is some of our best work.
That was like my favorite music video like to film. That was so
That was
fun.
yeah, that was a great time. Yeah, I'll link everything below so people can check out what we worked on together. I'll link it all. So if you want to add anything, I mean, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but I
Yeah.
really appreciate
When is
you
your album coming
doing.
out?
So yeah,
And
uh
what is FLI what does
so
FILBS
yeah,
stand for?
FILBS is Fall in Love by Sunday, and it's I want to say
Sick.
it's like a spiritual album. It's gonna be like 10, like 9 or 10 songs, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be like 30-35 minutes of just like wall to wall like sound, and
That's
like
sick.
it's like a
Yeah, it's been a minute,
spiritual
dude,
adventure. Yeah,
since you dropped a project.
it's been way too long. Like we talked about going in streaks, and like I don't know. I go in. I'm in like a kick right now where I'm in like full album mode. I need like
Nice.
4 or 5 more songs, and then I'm dropping. And then I
Yeah.
have a few videos along with that. But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
hit me up if you need more verses, dude. I'm always down.
absolutely, dude. Absolutely, dude. I'm dropping another project later in the year. I'm gonna be cooking, so I'll definitely let you know, dude.
Hell yeah.
Fire.
Sweet, man. Well,
I don't
thanks,
know if
dude.
yeah, dude. I don't know if you yeah, no problem. We'll certainly have you back on the podcast soon. So
Yeah, we'll do it in
uh
person. I'm sure in July I'm gonna be home, so I'll come up to your place.
July. Great.
I'll
Okay.
come to your crib sometime, maybe like late July, and
Yeah, dude. It's
we'll do
great
it in
here.
person.
I'm looking at Lake Michigan right now.
Dude, your
So I
view looks
mean,
pretty sick.
yeah, it's great. So one day on the podcast we'll film during the day so people
Yeah.
will get to see it. But yeah. All right, dude. I appreciate it. Do you
Yeah, dude.
you could just cut it when you want, but dude, it was so sick to talk to you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm glad
Raw.
that you had me on. This was
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Reminiscing.